Hey, how you doing? Anthony Ferraro here with Create Sci-Fi. Today we're going to do another mashup dollar store build. A while ago I did a video where I went into the dollar store and found a few random things that I thought would make a very cool sci-fi prop. I got this cake knife, that was just $1, and I got this child's laser blaster. And I put these together and I made a very cool sci-fi rogue assassin blade. Green dragon alien glass knife. So this came out pretty cool. So this is how I made this. All right, let's get right to it. First thing I'm going to do is remove the screws and take out this laser blade piece so I have the handle to work with. Now I'm just going to go ahead and tooth it up. I'm going to sand everything down so it will accept the glue and the paint. Now I'm going to mask off the blade part of this knife. I want to keep that clean. And I'm going to mark this where I want to cut it so that it will fit into the hilt of the laser sword. So I marked that up. I did a test one first, and based on that, I need to go a little longer. And now, very carefully with the Dremel tool, I'm going to cut that end off. Be careful, it gets hot. So now I test fit everything. That's looking good. And before I glue, I just want to make sure that everything is in sync. I hit it with the sandpaper, get rid of a few extra edges. And I use a generous amount of hot glue here because I also wanted to fill up some gaps because we're putting a round peg into a square hole. And that ends up fitting nicely. So I let that cure, just hold it for a second so that nothing moves around. And now I do a base coat. I did black primer on this, but I also just dusted a little with a bronze. I'm going to use a green metallic on this, so we're going to dry brush. Just use just a tiny bit of paint on the brush, wipe it on a towel, and just kiss the surface of the prop. It gives it that nice brushed metallic look. I go back and just, you're doing this quickly, so you're probably going to miss a spot, so you want to make sure you have the coverage that you want. Now I'm just going to add little blue highlights to some high points that could be buttons, electronics, and it's just going to give it that little extra bit of life. So I'm adding it here on the hilt. I did the diamond. I also did a couple of the buttons, and that's just a nice little touch. So now we're going to brown it up. I want this blade to look like it's seen some action, so I'm going a little darker, going with black on that. Just wipe it off with a paper towel, and then for the rest of it, I'm going to use a brown-black wash, a little bit of water, get it in all the creases and crevices, and just wipe it off with a paper towel, and that's going to bring it to life. That's going to make it look like it was a used object. What's nice, after the wash, those little blue details really blend into the whole thing. And here is the finished prop. All right, that came out very cool. I'm very happy with this. So the only thing left to do right now is to fire it up. That's dangerous. So if you found this video useful, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and sign up for my email newsletter. Remember, I'm just here to help make sci-fi.